Hey there, and welcome to another week of Snap Tackle Pod. I'm Mick Shaffer from KSHB 41. He is Dion Clisso of PrepsKC. As always, our topic is high school football here in Kansas City. What's going on, Dion? We sporting the East Coast, Virginia. Go Hoos!
Go Hoos! I have sang that song in a football stadium, and good friends of mine all went to Virginia. I went to high school out in Virginia Beach, and this is the old school logo. The new logo is, I think most people know, with the swords, and you see on everything. And so this is their old school baseball throwback. It's a throwback hat. I had several of these fitted hats back in the day when I would go to. I spent some good times at the University of Virginia. Never attended a class there, but
Nice.
several good weekends. In fact, I was there. They had never beaten Clemson. They'd played them 29 times going into like the 1990 game. Had never beaten them. And I went to that game where they won. Both goalposts were down with a minute and a half to go. And so it was as crazy a atmosphere. It was, those were my first college football experiences was at the University of Virginia. And it was a good time. And they've got some cool traditions there. Like, they were so bad in the 50s and 60s. They had like decades where they won like 3 games. And so their tradition was that they would all dress up. I mean, it's jacket and tie. When you go to a Virginia game as a student. And the reasoning was back in the day was, well, it's a little bit of an elitist school. They were like, well, we're going to be making a lot more money and the other team's going to be working for us. So we're going to go ahead and dress like that. So no, good times at the University of Virginia, Charlottesville. And in recent years, they're pretty good in basketball. They had one there, but in fact,
great in basketball.
Yeah.
National championship.
Fact, the year that they went to the national
despite
championship
losing
game,
to the number 16 seed.
Yes, the year before. That was a fun night. Missouri lost. Creighton, my wife's team, lost. I follow, all lost within like 45 minutes of each other on that Friday night in the tournament. So
remember that.
No, it's a if you ever get a chance to go out to Charlottesville, it's a great town, great college town.
We've got a couple of locals going out to ACC outposts this week. Mizzou going to Boston College. KU taking on Duke. Fortunately, it's on the football field and not on the basketball court. But
I saw the Virginia beat a Steve Spurrier coach Duke team my freshman year of college. So that was I've been there for that. But I don't really know if I still count Boston College as an ACC team, but I guess by name they are.
You have to.
I guess if Mizzou's SEC, then they're ACC. I guess it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just a Big 8, Big East, or whatever independent matchup.
Right. Well, I love it. I said our only topic is high school football here in Kansas City. We spent the last 3 minutes talking about
college
football somehow. Turn the hat around so I don't get distracted. All right, here we go. Heading into week 4 in Kansas, week 5 in Missouri. Let's look back on last week. First, Oak Grove gave Odessa a run. That really surprised me. That was I know rivalry games, a lot of times, you can throw the records out the window. And that was the case this time around. But Odessa looked so good for 3 years? Yeah. I think I just chalked that up to another lopsided victory. So good on Oak Grove for taking that down to the wire.
Well, and Oak Grove's defense had been just run all over the 2 weeks before. They gave up 110 points. And, Odessa's quarterback got hurt the week before. They were breaking a new quarterback in. It is a rivalry game. It was at Oak Grove. I'm not really sure to say, well, maybe Odessa isn't as good as we thought they were. I mean, they're currently ranked number 1. But at the same time, there's some other games along that line that just throw some shadows out there, and you go, well, Blair Oaks, who was number 1, lost to Boonville, who's 3-1. Boonville's only lost us to Pleasant Hill, who was undefeated until they went down to Buffalo and lost a 1-point game there. We got to play a few more weeks. I need to see Odessa play Excelsior and Center if they get a chance to play them, and Warrensburg and those teams as they get deeper in. Because I think Oak Grove's not a bad team. They just, the 2 weeks that they got crushed and gave up so many points, it just made you think defense wasn't that good. So I'm not good for them. That was a good game back and forth, and so just that game raises more questions than it gives answers. That's for
sure. Absolutely. Staying on the Missouri side, another eye-opening week for Lee Summit North. I mean, just hammering Ray Peck, and the Broncos are out to 4 now. I mean, we thought it was Liberty North, going to be Lee Summit North that's the best team on the Missouri side.
Well, and I still lean towards Liberty North because even in that loss that they've had, that's a better team than anybody else that's played here in the Metro. And unfortunately, Liberty North didn't get to play last week. That they were Staley COVIDed out on them. So we're going to find out even more about Lee Summit North this week. They play Blue Valley North, and The one question for Lee Summit North has been one of their issues they've had in the past is when they get down, they have a hard time kind of rallying. And they've been front runners every single game they've had this year. So they haven't faced any adversity. I think their leadership is maybe a little better than they've had in the past. But I think that how they react to adversity is going to be big for them. I think they will get some adversity this week with Henry Martin because I think he's got some big time players around him, and they're going to find some. But there's a lot of talent on the field with Blue Valley North and Lee Summit North. There's quite a few, if not D1, FCS or D2 players between those two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Over on the Kansas side, kind of similar to that good loss for Oak Grove, I thought Lawrence Free State played a great game at Olathe North, and that thing was tied late and ended up being 21-7 Olathe North. But, man, how far has Free State come from no wins last year to being this close to knocking off maybe the best team in the Sunflower?
Well, they've got some good athletes, and I think that I think it just snowballed on them last year. When they lost the Bowden kid, I think that kind of just, kind of shook them a little bit.
They're kind of on again, off again.
Off. I think it just snowballed on them. I think for them, it was like the games that they had, they drew really good teams. I mean, and, like they said, oh, we need to pick up a game. They picked up a DeSoto that was good. I mean, it's like they got unlucky and it snowballed on them. But I think they had a good group of people coming back, and hats off to them for turning things around and being in that game. And they scored on Olathe North, and the quote from Olathe North was like, "Oh, that kind of woke us up. We can't give up a touchdown." I mean, they had been dominant so much, and I think it's something to keep an eye on. Unfortunately for them, they go to the other side with Derby. And Derby looks like they're Derby, and so in a year where they may have had a chance that it could be Olathe North or Blue Valley North or Blue Valley Northwest. There's a lot of teams out there that may knock each other off. Mm-hmm. The path for Free State is where it's been the last 5 years, and that's to go through Derby.
Well, we'll talk about them later on. They got to get out of town first, right? Lawrence is undefeated through 3 games so far as well. Is this the best the Blue Valleys as a whole have been? We talk about North and Northwest all the time, but it seems like West and Blue Valley are right there, maybe just kind of a tier below. And then Southwest playing good football so far.
Yeah, all 5 of them, since there's been 5 of them, this is easily the best they've been, because even the first few years of Southwest, and they won a district in 4A, and Bill Lowe had them playing pretty good. Blue Valley West wasn't very good. Blue Valley North was god awful. I mean, they won 1 game. Now they're all competitive, and Blue Valley West might be the 3rd or 4th best team in the district, and might be the 6th best team in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I mean, 6th or 7th, depending on the Blue Valley West game is a toss-up game, and Southwest, they changed their schedule a few years back. I don't know if I agreed or disagreed with dropping Miege and Aquinas off their schedule. But they look like they are more competitive. They're playing teams like Leavenworth and DeSoto and teams like that, and that's the teams they're going to play in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So good for them. But no, you're right. Blue Valley, though they gave up a ton of points to Lee Summit, scored 60 plus. Their only losses to Northwest. North hasn't lost.
Northwest hasn't lost. West only lost, I think, is to one of them.
Is to North.
Yeah.
Southwest has 2 losses, and it's to Blue Valley West and to Blue Valley North.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like their only losses really are against each other. So yeah, it's really interesting to see. They're all playing really well, and 4 of them go in 6A, and Southwest goes in a 5A that looks,
looks like they win some games in the East Side, honestly.
Yeah, and I think if they can get a decent seed, and Aquinas is a good team, but Miege kind of showed the way. If you can make them, settle for 3 here or there, and make them play either behind or even with you, their passing game is not in a position right now where they can move down the field quickly and score. So, Mill Valley is playing well. They'll get tested. This is one of their first tests against.
I think we'll find out. We'll talk about
Lawrence
that.
This week.
We'll find out this week. Maybe just how good they are. Same with Lawrence. And so, no, I think the West side maybe for once has more depth in 5A than the East side does.
Yeah, it does. They've got a lot of good teams on the West side.
Speaking of that Aquinas Miege game, was that a good? Did you say that the pass at the end that basically won it for the touchdown pass for Miege? Is that touchdown, or would you wave that off?
I thought it was a touchdown. I really enjoyed the person on Twitter when Adam Burns wrote his column about the kicker and his cousin who died and all that other stuff. And the guy's like, yeah, but what about the touchdown? I'm like, yeah, that's the spot to re-argue the game on Friday night is about the kicker whose cousin died. Yeah, that's yeah. And the guy and Burns kind of nicely said, I was more focused on that, but the guy kind of backed off. But yeah, Twitter wins again. I think it's tough. Those calls are so tough. And those
it's different in high school. People don't realize we're so used to watching on Saturdays and Sundays where the burden of proof for a catch is so much more.
Yes.
To where you have to make the football move and the 2 steps and
high school
go to the ground with it. High school didn't rewrite those rules back 10, 12 years ago or whenever college and the NFL did. I've seen it a few times where like, wait, what? How would you call that a catch? And you remember, okay, high school stayed with the old kind of judgment rule of like, did he have it? Were the feet down for a split second? I'm calling that a catch.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's funny how the rules are different between each level. And some are more, you would think my favorite is holding. In the NFL, it's 10 yards. In college, it's 10 yards from the line of scrimmage if it's behind the line of scrimmage. In high school, it's 10 from the spot of the foul. So if your left tackle is 6 yards deep,
it's a
15-yard
penalty most times.
Yeah. It's 15 yards. And it's like, it's the most punitive penalty. Some of their penalties are more punitive in high school when people are learning the game. Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah. When they're learning the game. I mean, that's one of the reasons I think in high school football, it's like some of the calls are just, I don't know.
It doesn't supplant the craziest high school football rule out there, where if you miss a field goal, no matter where you miss it, you can miss it from the 49-yard line. The other team gets it at the 20.
It's better than a punt.
Better than a punt.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Absolutely. Why aren't you trying to miss field goals, basically? All right, we digress. Kudos maybe to Lee Summit and those Blue Valley schools. Lee Summit schools they're crossing the state lines. I love that stuff. They've tried it before with the Sunflower and the Suburban Leagues. This is kind of a mini version of that. I love that. I think every conference should give their schools one bye week to go play whoever you want. And I think it should be encouraged to go get those out-of-state teams.
Well, I'll tell you, the Suburban Conference, the scheduling committee that's led by Brandon Hart, who's the AD over at Green Valley, they've been wanting to do this for a long time. They did the Sunflower Suburban Showdown. It didn't go well for the Sunflower League, and I think they won 1 game in 2 years.
Yeah.
It would have been better and they tried to get the EKL in at that time, and they didn't want to do it.
Yes.
If they would have put this EKL in, and you truly could have had almost all of them play, the spread would have been better. The matchups would have been better, and I think it would have been greater for everybody else. But then 2 years ago, this is a 2-year cycle they're on right now. The Blue Valleys had some openings, and they wanted to do this, and I think it's fantastic that they are. And you see Raytown playing Blue Valley West, you see Blue Valley North and Lee Summit North, and you saw Lee Summit and Blue Valley last week. And I think it's good for everybody, and I hope that encourages them to do more, because I think it's a situation where if you just play your own teams all the time, it's tough. And the Sunflower League is so big now, that's all they play. They only play each other, and I think it makes it harder.
Well,
we'll see.
They play like 2/3 of each other because you're not catching, I think, 5 teams every year.
Yeah, I mean, Mill Valley loved it in the EKL. I mean, they got tough games. They won state championships with 2 and 3 losses.
Yeah.
We'll see as it goes on. It being in the Sunflower League is a hindrance to them, because you can have a year where you go 8-0 in the regular season and not play anyone, and you could be 5-4 and play the other 4-4 and play the other 4 tough teams. It's just so random because there's so many teams.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, let's look ahead to this week. Your Remax Big 3 games got to start here. Blue Valley North and Lee Summit North. That's on the Kansas side. That counts towards the Kansas side because they're playing it at Swidak over at Blue Valley Northwest. What are the chances that this is the best team on the Kansas side facing the best team on the Missouri side?
I think they're both in the conversation. They're both teams that can play for a state championship. Both teams that can win a state championship. And if you're each team, it's such a great matchup for you, because Blue Valley North, they saw Derby in the state championship game. Lee Summit North looks a lot like Derby. They got size. They like to run the ball. They've got a quarterback who makes good decisions. The defense is tough. Fantastic game for them. You're Lee Summit North, and you're not going to play too many teams that throw the ball like Blue Valley North does, and you're going to find out about your defense right there, and your ability to adjust there and make your offense playing a little bit more of a wide open situation there too. So I think it's fantastic for both teams, and Liberty North and a Blue Valley Northwest may have something to say about that, or even Blue Valley or Blue Valley West, or who knows, a Ray Peck could jump up in that as well if they can kind of get their offense situated. But no, it's two teams that are both ranked in the top 5 of their state, and deservedly so.
Yeah. Mill Valley hosting Lawrence. Look, Dion, both these schools lost 18 starters from last year, not combined. Mill Valley lost 18 starters. Lawrence lost 18 starters. Here they are. Neither one's played the toughest schedule in the world, but here they are back, both undefeated and towards the top of the Sunflower League. You could fit all the returning starters from these two teams in a minivan, okay? And yet here they are, both kind of reloading. I think that speaks a lot to the culture there, and the coaching, obviously, with Appleby and Bowen.
Well, and Clint Bowen comes in, and Steve Rampy left and went over to Staley, and had a great conversation with Clint Bowen. I'd never met him, so it was the first time I really had a chance to talk to him, and with our radio show on 94.5 ESPN Kansas City, and I could see why from a distance the KU people loved him, and he was always kind of that, he took over as interim. People were like, well, what about Clint Bowen? They always,
he stuck around forever through all those different coaching regimes.
Yes. Yeah. And just a well thought, organized guy. And you could see where he's taking over Steve Rampy, who knows what he's doing. So that program was in good hands, but he came in and figured out what he wanted to change and what he didn't want to change. And he's got them playing really well. They changed some stuff on offense a little bit, but and he talked about Mill Valley. He's like, that's the kind of program you want to have, is how the consistency and how everybody's doing the same thing. And so no, I think it's a great matchup for both of them. They've played both have played some of the bottom feeders in the Sunflower League, and it's tough to kind of tell how good you are. I mean, you're winning games, you're racking up yards and points, but if you're playing teams that just don't have the same level with you, it's tough to get better. Where I think these two teams, well, I think I like Mill Valley a little bit better than Lawrence in terms of what I've seen so far. They're both going to have to come out and play. And I think they both have similar type athletes, and it should be a good game.
I'll tell you, Bowen, the best thing is maybe he brought his kid to play. I mean, Baylor Bowen, his son, big 6'4" wide receiver, makes some circus catches. He's been a big-time target so far for them. Should be a good one on Friday night. And lastly here, Olathe North, I believe at Olathe West, meaning
it's
CBAC.
Yeah.
So an Olathe West team that dropped one early that you didn't think was going to happen, Olathe Northwest, but then they came back with a vengeance last week and might be hitting their stride.
Yeah, and they start out the first couple of weeks, and Mason McGavran. I have a hard time. Yeah, I have a hard time. There's an odd V in that I try to make sure he was more dual threat and was leading the team in rushing, where Anthony Favreau.
He might be a better runner than passer, man. He runs all over the place.
And then last week, I'm assuming somebody said, "Oh, we're going to spy us if Favreau goes for 215 yards or whatever it was." So they really are offensively pretty good, and they're going to be tested. I mean, Olathe North's really good defensively, and this is going to be for them probably their toughest test against their offense. But Olathe West is young. They have a lot of new starters on that team as well, but they are starting to round into form. And you're seeing what TJ O'Neill has done with that program since he started it. They've done it. This is kind of like their second round of graduating a team and kind of coming through. Don't forget they made it to the 5A semifinals a few years ago and lost to Aquinas.
I think that was their first year playing varsity.
Yeah, it was their first year playing varsity football. So they do such a good job over there. And I think Olathe West is a team to keep an eye on. And this we'll find out a lot about them. And then Olathe North, they just kind of keep rolling along. The thing I like about Olathe North is they're throwing the ball this year. Noah Palmer, number 30. They got to love that 30 as your quarterback.
I know, I love it.
And he threw for 200 and some yards last week.
Yeah.
They can do that now. And that's not something, not that they haven't had some good quarterbacks. They have in the last 10 years, some guys who could throw it, but they're looking to throw a little more. They're a little more balanced than they've been. And that makes them tough to beat, because there were some times you could just load the box on them and try and stop them that way. Now they had an Arlen Bruce or Victor Simmons or some of those guys like that.
That helps.
That helps. So I think it's a great game, and I think you look at the Olathe schools, these two definitely have been the two best the last few years.
Yeah. And like the West, look, they were down to Shawnee Mission Northwest a couple of weeks ago. They came all the way back and won, and that looks like a good win now.
Yeah, Shawnee Mission Northwest
did Olathe East.
Yeah, Shawnee Mission Northwest is getting their feet underneath them a little bit, and they Blake Reeder, their quarterback, is stepping in, and some good guys. They had a lot of guys they had to replace. It was a pretty big senior class, and Shawnee Mission Northwest is starting to look at that. That just shows what Bo Black has made that a program, not just, oh, hey, we had a good group of kids come through. I mean, that says a lot about Shawnee Mission Northwest.
All right, over on the Missouri side, the REMAX Big Three games, you've got Blue Valley West, I assume, at Raytown. Is that right?
Yes, at Raytown.
Another one of those intersectional interstate battles I love.
And, we talked with Coach Logan Minnick, and he's excited. Well, first off, Raytown hasn't played in 2 weeks. So they're excited to get out there. They were COVIDed out for 2 weeks. But no, that's the one question is the rust. Are they going to be, kind of ready when the whistle blows and get that going? But this is two teams that like to run the ball, like to be physical, and it should be a pretty good game for both of them. Blue Valley West isn't going to see an option team like this too much until maybe they get to like an Olathe North or somebody like that. I mean, this is more of a true option, maybe throw the ball 10 times a game type team. And if you're Raytown, this physical team, a big physical team that can run it and throw it, is going to be a team that you're going to have to beat, down the line in Class 5. So this is for both these. They can just go to school in this game, and find out about toughness. And like I said, if they can come out healthy on both ends, it's good for both teams.
Fort Osage and Belton, you give the nod to in this one.
I think Fort Osage has played a better schedule. Their defensive or offensive line should be fully healthy. When they lost North Kansas City the week before or 2 weeks ago, the left side of their offensive line was quarantined, so the quarterback was running for his life. That's not the defensive line you want to have two or three of your guys missing. You need all those guys. They bounced back last week, got a pretty easy win over a Van Horn team that they got that game kind of thrown together because they were supposed to play Raytown. Van Horn, I think, was supposed to play Hogan Prep. So, they hadn't played each other in a long time, but they got a good win. Belton's kind of in that spot where we talk about, teams that haven't played, they've gotten wins and they've handled their business. Oak Park's probably the toughest team that Belton's played, and they got a good win over them. But that, they're stepping up now. They're going to find out. You talk to Coach Todd Vaughn, and he's like, we're going to find out exactly where we're at the next few weeks. They've got Raytown, they've got Fort, they've got, I think, Grain Valley. So, I mean, they've got some teams that are pretty good. But they've beaten some decent teams, some improving teams. Let's just put it that way. But now they're kind of taking a step up. So I think it's a good game. They both are good teams and fun to watch play.
Platte County taking on Smithville this week. I can't wait for this matchup. What a great one. You have Platte County in Class 5, Smithville rolling along in Class 4. I think it's a great kind of litmus test game for like a Smithville saying, okay, how good are you? How good can you be? You got a monster here in Class 5 in Platte County. And for Platte County, it's a good opponent in a lower class.
Well, and it's we talked with Coach Ambrosen at Smithville for the radio show. He told us before we went on air, and he's like, well, we knew we saw that first week when they lost to Park Hill South. He goes, Park Hill South's a good team, so that wasn't a bad loss even that week. He goes, we saw them on film and we're like, oh, they're going to be really good. They're going to get better and they're going to be good. We just hoped it was after week 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Because so we were hoping that we could, get through there. But 29-0 Platte County over North Kansas City last week. Defense showed out. Offense is starting to get some rhythm. They're young on the offensive side, new quarterback this year. Needless to say, both these coaching staffs and these teams have tons of experience. One was in a state championship game last year. One was in a semifinal and had it won, blew a coverage and lost in the last minute to the eventual champions, Jeff City Elias, and really handled Elias all that. It was a touchdown game, but controlled that game the entire way. Brought back 19 starters off that team, so they're hungry and wanting to get back at it. So, Smithville is the number one team in Class 4, and I think that they win or lose, they should still be the number one team. I think they're the best team in the state. And this is a great test for both these teams. There was a decent stretch there where they played twice a year. So I think if you're Platte County, this is another test of that defense because Smithville's offense can run the ball, they throw it. The Hedgecourt, their quarterback, is outstanding 2-year starter for them. So it's a great test for Platte County's defense. And then defensively, Smithville's defense is really good. They've been shutting teams out. They gave up some points last week and played against a Raytown South team that hasn't won a game yet, but is real athletic. And Rosen said that they needed to see that speed. They hadn't seen that speed yet. And he goes, his kids came off the field. He goes, you could tell them all the time, these kids are fast. You have to take the right angles or else you're not going to get them. Mm-hmm. And he goes, their quarterback ripped off a big, long touchdown run. And the kids came off the field like, he's fast, coach. And they're like, yeah, we told you he's fast. So that's what that's where Smithville is. They need tougher games, and they know they need it because they need to be more battle tested. So they know exactly what they're going to see when it comes playoff time.
Last but not least, we've got our game of the week at KSHB 41. We have Van Horn going to Lincoln Prep. Anytime we can go to the blue turf, we're going to jump on that. That was one of our 4 games of the week that people could vote on. That one out. Van Horn excited for this matchup, taking on a Lincoln Prep team that's undefeated, but maybe more gettable than in years past.
Well, you say that, but they beat Cardinal Ritter last week. They were down 20-0.
Never mind, not gettable.
I think they're talent-wise maybe not quite as good as they had been in the past because they had all those D1 guys last year. But in terms of maybe putting things together and winning games, I think that this might be a better team. The results are better. They're doing better in bigger games. Van Horn's is a team that's improving. They kind of scored with Fort Osage and held them down until you could see a team like a Fort Osage playing a Van Horn, where Van Horn can kind of hang with them for a quarter or two, and then that depth of Fort Osage starts to crank things down and that kind of stuff. So I like Lincoln Prep in this game. I'm not going to lie, but this is a great Class 4 matchup of teams that Lincoln Prep's got a game with Maryville coming up. That'll give them a good test, and so they need these tests. And I think Lincoln Prep. Sometimes when you lose your stars, you come in the next year and you find out, oh, we're still pretty good, and maybe the chemistry is just a little different. I think maybe this year they've got a little bit better chemistry.
Let's talk Simone here before we get out of here. Henry Martin's stats are just off the charts. Nobody's close to him in yards and touchdowns.
No.
And, completions. He is throwing the ball all over the yard for Blue Valley North. 1,100 plus yards. That's like 400 more than the next closest in Kansas. 17 touchdowns. That's 8 more than the next closest. Are you kidding me with this guy?
He's been outstanding, and I think it's really, this week will be a great test.
That's 3 games, by the way. 3 games.
I know, 3 games. He's pacing for a regular season, a 9-game, because the 9th game is technically playoffs, but you're guaranteed 9 games. He's pacing for 51 TDs. It's crazy. And no, he's off to a great start, and he does a good job of really passing it around. And 1 week it's Jackson Goldberg, 1 week it's Mekhi Miller, and there's a Stratton kid, I think, is another one that has like 200 yards receiving this year. So he's been outstanding. Mikey Pauley at Blue Valley Northwest, his passing numbers may be less than that, but he'll also run for 80 to 100 yards a game. So he's been great. Winthrop Williams had 2 games against Liberty North and Lee Summit North where he got held down, but now he's back to putting up 160, 170 yards a game. Last week in their win over Lee Summit West. So, you look on the Missouri side and some guys, Jaden Doss he's kind of been receiving, kind of been running the ball. So his numbers are kind of all over the place.
They're like him and Will Williams are maybe in the same boat because they've lost steam because they've lost a couple games.
Yeah, that does hurt you. And then, Trey Baker at Lee Summit North is putting up nice numbers, but when you slot him in behind Pauly and Martin, he's, putting up the 3rd or 4th best numbers. And you look and say, oh, well, what's the other really good team? What are they doing? Liberty North, well, they play 2 quarterbacks and 3 running backs and have 7 receivers. They've got so many players. They don't have one guy who's really, Sam Van Dyne's a nice quarterback, but the sophomore that plays with him too makes great plays. So that's kind of where the Simone race is right now. Those 2 guys at the top, and then maybe a Trey Baker, and then
is Harrisonville in the area? Are they allowed?
They're in the Fontana. Jace Reynolds is rolling along. His brother, they were held down a little bit this week. I think he only had 85 yards this week, which is the lowest.
But he's still total 234 per game.
Yeah. So I'd say Fontana
yards per carry.
Fontana, he's definitely easily the lead dog in that. So And we'll find out that, Warrensburg was their first big test in the conference. They still have Odessa. They still have center to play and things like that. So it's definitely going to be a good one. But no, I think Martin and Pauly are definitely the two that are kind of.
How about a dark horse, a running back from Kansas, Sean Carroll, a junior at St. Thomas Aquinas, is averaging over 200 yards rushing a game. Of course, he has 91 carries so far. He's averaging over 30 carries per game. Just a workhorse for Aquinas.
Yeah, and I think, as they go, because the question is going to be, people are going to eventually say, there's 11 in the box.
Yeah.
And I mean, now he's big and physical and
can break a lot of tackles. Tank. Tank's to the outside. Tank Young was, and just use burst speed. Sean Carroll, all those Carroll boys are just big, wrestling, tough kids.
So no, he's another dark horse guy too, and so we'll see. We get about this is week 5, week 4. We're gonna start to see some guys shake out of this real quick.
Yep, should be fun. All right, any final thoughts, Dion?
No, we're through September. I always feel like the football season kind of starts in October. Yeah, you get through all this stuff. I mean, it's COVID. It's another COVID year, so who knows what the phone's going to ring and or get a text from somebody or or Sean Belden over at Spectrum with his update little post-it note on his Twitter account.
This team needs a game.
This team needs a game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. The last shout out is to Baser Linwood Center playing last week.
That was cool. Yeah,
on 5 hours notice.
And great game. There's no game planning, no time for game planning. We're just going to coach. We're playing you.
And it was a fantastic game. 2 good coaches. It was revenge for one Rod Stahlbaumer after Brian DeLong beat him in the All-Star game back in 2016. So and 2 good coaches and really, unfortunately for center, they're COVID out this week. So they had a tough week last week trying to find an opponent. Now they're out too. So unfortunately, but that's a good young team that's growing, and Ja'Cory Juice Love, another good game for them at tailback, the sophomore tailback, and so yeah, it's that was kind of the fun part last week. That was a fun game to have just thrust upon us at noon on Friday.
Yeah, awesome stuff. As we are just about to the halfway point of the regular season, both in Kansas and Missouri. All right, for Dion, I'm Nick. Be sure to check out all the coverage online at PrepsKC.com and on air at on KSHB 41. Dion will be on air with us as well for our Under the Lights show, 10:15 to 10:30, right here on KSHB 41. Dion, thanks so much for the time. We'll see you next time right here on Snap Tackle Pod.